A founder, I'll call Marcus, had a $4 million offer on his desk. 18 months later, he sold the same business for just $800,000. The buyer never changed. The market never crashed. So what happened in those 18 months? And what is the single diligence trap that closes on 9 out of 10 founders the moment a real offer hits the inbox? Stick with me. There's a 12-month window most owners discover too late. I'm going to hand it to you before yours closes. I'm Santiago Cueto, board-certified international business law expert and best-selling author based right here in Miami, Florida. I've sat across this table from buyers and sellers and private equity teams in Florida M&A deals for over 3 decades, and I have watched 8-figure transactions close in 90 days. I've also watched $4 million offers walk over a single missing document. All right, let's dive into this one. Now back to Marcus. His company cleared $800,000 in profit. A strategic buyer offered $4 million, and Marcus did what most founders do. He got excited. He hired the wrong banker, and he started cleaning up the business for due diligence. Now here's where it gets interesting. The cleanup phase is the diligence phase. The minute Marcus rewrote contracts, dropped his cousin from payroll, and fixed his books, the buyer's team noticed. They did not see a stronger business. They saw a desperate seller. The offer dropped, then dropped again, then walked. Here's the principle that costs founders millions. I call it the 24-month mirror. Buyers do not buy what your business is today. They buy what your business has been for the last 24 to 36 months. And the reason why is simple. They are pricing in risk. And the only data a sophisticated buyer trusts is history. The mirror opens 12 months before your first buyer calls. Your exit is not a moment, it is a window. Month 1 through 3, the valuation reality check. Right now, you're probably thinking, I already know what my business is worth. Well, you need to stop right there. The number in your head is almost never the number a buyer will write on a letter of intent. The formula for Florida small to mid-market exists in your seller's discretionary earnings, or SDE, multiplied by a market multiple. A service business that needs the owner every day sells for 2.5 times SDE. The same business with a manager runs 4 times. Add recurring contracts and you're at 5.5. That gap is what I call the owner dependency tax, the most expensive tax you'll ever pay. And the IRS does not collect it, your buyer does. Months 4 through 6, owner dependency surgery. Buyers ask one question in every diligence meeting. What happens if the owner gets hit by a bus? When the answer is everything stops, the multiple stops too. So stop running point on every client call. Stop being the only person who knows the password. Document every process. Transfer 2 or 5 of your top client relationships to a team member in writing. Then take a 2-week vacation in month 6. Do not check in. The point is not to rest. The point is evidence. Now, months 7 through 9, this is the data room dividend. A data room is a shared folder, but what lives inside it decides your deal. 3 years of tax returns, 3 years of profit and loss statements, balance sheets, customer concentration. When one customer sits above 20% of revenue, that is a red flag you need to address now. Now, operating agreements under the Florida Revised Limited Liability Act, articles of incorporation under the Florida Business Corporation Act, and vendor contracts, employment agreements, intellectual property registration, any pending litigation disclosed cleanly. And here's the trap I promised you at the very top. Most founders wait until a buyer asks. By then, every missing document looks like something you're hiding. Build the room in month 7. When an offer hits you in month 10, you respond in 48 hours instead of 48 days. Speed signals strength. Strength holds price. This is the data room dividend. Quick pause. If this is the conversation you wish someone had pulled you into 3 years ago, hit like and subscribe so the next founder can find it when they need it most. Now back to the final quarter, because this is where most deals are actually won or lost. Months 10 through 12. This is the process premium. Investment banker for deals over $5 million. Florida business brokers below that. Either way, you did not take the first call. You run a process. 3 to 5 qualified buyers in conversation at the same time. A published indication of interest deadline. A letter of intent window with teeth. A single buyer pays what he wants to pay. 3 buyers pay what the business is actually worth. That gap routinely adds 30 to 60% to the final number. This is the process premium. Now I know what you're thinking. I will figure this out when an offer comes. But that is the most expensive sentence in private M&A. The average small business owner has 80% of his net worth tied up in his company. 80%. And most owners sell exactly once in an entire career. You did not get a second draft. The buyer's first impression of your books, your team, and your discipline is the price you walk away with. Now here's the 12-month window I promised you at the start. It's still open for you, right now, starting today. The $4 million gap between Marcus and the prepared seller is not bad luck. It's preparation. If this helped you see your business through the buyer's eyes, hit like and subscribe. I'm Santiago Cueto, your Florida business attorney. Watch this next, where I expose how scaling too fast can destroy your business and bankrupt your company.